Now, she happened to show me something, my wife, she happened to show me something, a video of a guy complaining about how pro players charge for their camps. Okay. What he was specifically talking about was NFL players who, you know, if you don't know, sometimes when they put on these camps, they're sponsored.
Yeah.
They also get money for the NFL to do these camps. So a lot of times these camps are quote unquote paid for. But they will still charge a premium penny for kids to get in these camps. And what he was saying is that it was a scam. You shouldn't be doing that. My position is, if they want to pay that money, that's their right.
You know, I mean, the bottom line is this, is that I have zero problem with any professional athlete having a paid for camp. The problem with some people, especially in our area, they want everything for free. You know, my mindset is a lot of, I'm not saying all of them, I'm not saying that specific athlete he was speaking of,
right?
But a lot of them, those monies go to their foundation, which in turn help kids.
Right.
So I have zero problem with that. And so, I mean, a lot of times, depending on the athlete,
right,
they will charge a certain price to keep some of the, you know, riffraff out. Right. If that makes sense.
Right. Now, I need to make sure I put this in there. Apparently what set him off was he overheard NFL players laughing and joking about the fact that people were paying that much for their camps, right? And then NFL players, some wives of players were blasting him. He wanted to say he was going to do an audit and show. My thing is, obviously it's not a good look if you got a $200 million contract. I'm not saying a particular player, but let's say you got a $200 million contract. You don't need money for a camp, right? But if you're still charging, that's kind of like what I posed to her is like, look, there are politicians, you know, current and former presidents who charge a shitload of money to be able to attend their event, right? They don't need the money, but they charge you because you're there. It's up to the people to say, man, I ain't paying that.
Well, okay. So if he's going to complain about that, complain about these football trainers who have zero NFL ties, charging pretty much the same kind of money.
No, they were, I'm sorry if I misspoke. They were, according to him, they were NFL players who were laughing about it.
If you're in the NFL player camp, I'm going to just assume that you're going to get top tier instruction.
Right.
So you're paying for the instruction if you break it down.
If you charge that amount of money or whatever it is, and it's kind of a half-ran camp, not unorganized,
that's different.
You don't get anything out of it.
That's different.
Then I can see a complaint because he used the term scam, and to me, scam is if you put on something, but then you don't deliver. Right? Like if you list all of the stuff that you're going to get at that camp and they don't get half of that, I get that. But if you give it to them, maybe it's not on a high level, but you get what you seeing that you're paying for, and you're getting the access. You know, and a lot of times people are able to get pictures, they get autographs.
Right.
And to them, look, they might not have the money to go pay and get an autograph at a game. This is could be paying for a picture and an autographed jersey.
And you're going to sell the jersey 10 years later. So what are we talking about?
So you end up making your money back, right?
Yeah. So relax.